Hi guys, imagine being black in your own country and a Chinese person walks up to you and tells you you're a foreigner, you don't have to eat from this restaurant. Like, who does that? This is what happened to this Zambian man with his wife when they went to a Chinese restaurant in Zambia. Let's listen in.
And his wife,
So a
and now
gentleman
explains.
explained.
Two other guys were in front of us. They went in, these Chinese nationals. They went in. So when my wife and I were going in, there was this lady behind the counter. She was shouting something. She was yelling something. So for me, I just looked at her, but then I couldn't understand. So I walked in again. Then she repeated the same phrase. So at this time, I looked at my wife because she was looking in my direction. So I looked at my wife. My wife had stopped moving. So I asked her, what is she saying? So the lady said, foreigners are not allowed in this shop. So I thought to myself, in my mind I was like, oh, how does she know my wife is, not from Zambia? Then my wife said, oh, she means you are not allowed in the shop. That's when I was confused. Foreigner? I am the foreigner in this situation. So she said, then my wife asked the lady, what do you mean? She said, oh no, the Chinese can come inside.
The Chinese woman says this action taken against her husband is so ridiculous and Chinese residents don't have to do this to Africans in their own countries. She finds it despicable.
Like in this situation, it's just a little bit unusual, How can you ask, how do I put it? How can you say that foreigner cannot come in when they are in a foreign country? It's ridiculous.
A Zambian reporter asked the couple to accompany him to the said shop or restaurant, though it looks like a supermarket, to ask the shop attendant or restaurant attendant of what happened on that day, why they were racially profiled. And at first the attendant refused to answer that question, but then in her response she said it was a decision made by the authorities of the restaurant to kick out every black person due to the coronavirus pandemic, and it really looks fishy. Why only blacks in their own country? But then the lady explains what happened.
Okay, so basically she said that normally they allow the Zambians, they will come here, normally they are like the driver of the Chinese national. So the Chinese national will come and buy stuff, the Zambian driver will be waiting outside, then they will be like carrying the stock from here to the car, not to go inside. But if let's say those who are like, they insist to go in, they will still allow.
So the Zambian drivers, the black ones, they wait from here.
Yes.
Then the Chinese, they go inside, they buy, then they get the stuff from here. So when you came here, they thought he's also a driver for you. Is that what they thought?
But the one yesterday.
So the Chinese shop attendant said that the black people transmit coronavirus easily more than the Chinese, and they're used to the black people being drivers to the Chinese people who come to that restaurant, so they thought he was a driver. And if you to look closely around the restaurant, most of the signs and information is in Chinese and only phone numbers are in English.
At Gwangju airport, my passport was seized on the basis that it was a fake passport. I was told I was a West African, although the party I traveled with were all Zambians. So I was detained at the airport overnight. No explanation, just told you are going back. It's becoming more prevalent here. It's not even that side, and we are looking at where is the political will to protect us in our own country. That can happen out there, but we do not expect it to start happening here, and politicians are sitting idly by.
Question remains, is Zambia a Chinese colony? Is there something that the Zambian government is not telling Zambians? Did the Zambian government sell Zambia to the Chinese, or is Zambia into very many debts with China? Let's be cautious, otherwise African governments are selling African countries to China. This is not good.